Can Shimasi do? A 43.8 is the target as he goes through Blanchimont. The McLaren Honda singing its heart out as he reaches for the brake pedal into the bus stop chicane. Is Shimasi going to go quickest? And is Skeven going to be completely deflated? We've got a Red Bull spun in the final corner. Shimasi for the line. He only manages 5th quickest. Wow. He has another run, but does he have the fuel for another run? Are you surprised by that, Alex? You must be. Wowee.
Yeah, it's 0.3 off the ultimate pace set by Cherry 2 at the moment. He does have fuel, according to my telemetry, for one more run. Does he have the tyres is more of the question, I would say.
Oh, look at that, Red Jams! Red Jams goes quickest! What is going on here? Red Jams and Cherry 2 Well, it's a new year. Are we forming a new pecking order here in SRL? This is quite astonishing. Skeven down the back, Red Jams on pole, Cherry 2 alongside him. Can Cherry 2 now retake the pole position as he heads for the line? He can! 1:43.4. What a story this is. Matt Meerkat's out in the barrier down at Pouhon. Meanwhile, all the championship rivals fall away. There's some new people heading to the front of this order, unless Shimasi could pull something off in the middle sector at Pouhon. This is unbelievable. What a shock to the system!
On a lap as well. A couple of the big boys still out on the lap.
Wow, this is.
Beat Cherry 2
Can they beat him? This is incredible. This is like when Fisichella put it on pole in 2009 in a Force India. What a shock to the system. Are we going to see normality restored in the final moments of qualifying? Ash Richardson heading for the line. Can he deny his teammate? No, he can't. He only goes third quickest. He's 4/10 away. Well. Shimasi's backed out of it, and he's only 7th at best. Who else is pushing? We've got Chicken out there, but he's backed out of it, I think. And I think, incredibly, sorry.
I think that's everyone. Yeah.
That's it.
Backed out, across the line for the checkered flag. So yeah.
Goodness me. What an incredible story this is in qualifying. Cherry 2 who was once known as Ricky, I'm not even going to go there, has put it on pole position in the Renault. What a turn up for the books this is. Red Jams is alongside him in second. Where are the championship contenders? Well, the first of them is on the second row. Ash Richardson third, Matt Meerkat fourth. Chicken is 5th with CJ 6th. Shimasi, who's been on fire of late before the winter break, is only 7th and has his McLaren team dropped back in the pecking order over the winter break when everyone was improving their cars. Have McLaren just been sitting back eating too much turkey, Alex? What's been going on? Goodness me.
Well, a lot of people have been putting in the practice over the last couple of weeks, over the winter break, and maybe Shimasi just hasn't spent enough time.
Wow, goodness me. Well, hats off to Cherry 2 We are some way off what we thought the pole would be. But well done to Cherry 2 who picks up the pole position with Red Jams alongside him and Ash Richardson third. Well, I am a betting man, but I can assure you I went down to the bookies this afternoon and that is not what I put on as my front three forecast. I can assure you. Alex, are you a betting man? Did you put that on? Goodness me.
Certainly a bit of a turn up for the books, wasn't it? As we've seen, not everyone got a clean lap. Even wasn't able to show us what he was capable of. Three drivers out there didn't set a time actually, and just seeing one of the Red Bulls there set a 2:40 lap time, so clearly not a clean lap. So
I wonder if
better in the race for this.
That's not even 107%, or maybe even 207%. Goodness me. But yeah, he's on the board, unlike some of the drivers who didn't even manage a lap time, as you say, Alex. And yeah, I wonder what the race has got in store for us tomorrow. Will we have some rain to spice it up? We know Belgium loves a little bit of rain, and I should be skipping that intro. Forgot all about that. And Alex, let us know when that intro's finished. Okay, well everyone, we're all set on the grid. What kind of weather greets us on the Sunday here in Belgium? The first race of 2018 on PS4 for SRL. What will the race bring? We've got a completely muddled up grid. A real surprise. Will the rain bring even more surprises? Alex, can you tip a winner at this point?
Obviously you have two guys on the front row. the favourites, but you can overtake around here, so the likes of Shimasi and Stephen don't rule them out.
We have a formation lap. And yeah, it will be interesting to see what will happen. But it looks pretty dry out there, no sign of any rain at the moment. And it looks to me like it's going to be a dry afternoon here in Belgium, but you never know. You really never know around these parts. Around the Ardennes forest, a storm can whip up very, very quickly and really catch out the drivers. But yep, Cherry Tupai on the pole position. Let's have a quick rundown then on this formation lap of what tyres have been run by what car. All of the top 10 on the ultra soft tyre. Then we go down to 11th place. We've got Mr. Robin on the softs. Aimee Mami, oh my goodness, that is going to be a nightmare to pronounce. I'll just go with Aimee. Is also on the softs. GG is on the softs. Skeven has gone for super softs. Arctic Devils on softs, and OTG has gone for super softs. Alex, all about strategy here today. What do you think? Is it going to be a straight one stop, super soft to soft, do you think, for the front runners?
I would say probably a two-stop. The ultra soft take quite a battering around high speed corners. So probably the safest option is ultra soft, super soft. Possibly could be mixed up by the guys starting on the softs towards the back. So it's going to be a bit of a reactive strategy. See how it plays out. But I'd say the standard is to go for a two-stop.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting in that sense with whether one or two. I've seen a lot of people try one around Belgium as well. So 1 and 2, as you say, will be a big mix. Skeven interestingly going for super soft. So that looks to me like a two-stop effort. Because I thought maybe if you went one stop you'd go ultra to soft maybe, but we'll see. We will see what happens. And as you say, Alex, the guys down the bottom could quite easily cause a scene amongst the front runners, and Skeven really is the man I look at as the man that could really mix it with these guys later on in the race. In between strategies, unless of course he gets a great start and gets right in amongst it early on, we'll see. But here we are then, getting set for the start. Can you call a winner? This is going to be tough. I would love to see a surprise. I'd love to see Cherry Tupai right up at the front, picking up a victory. But we will soon find out.
Well, we missed him last time out, but I think the guy to watch is probably your third place man on the grid, Ash Richardson.
Yeah, he is. Yep. Absolutely, he has a man with the pace in the race. He is the man. He's won races many times. He's been on top this season. He's on top of the championship at points this year. He's second at the moment to come on, give him the broadcast camera. There we go. Well, we're all set for the start here in Belgium. Lights out and away we go. It's Cherry Tupai leading from post. Strangely, it's not Red Jams in second, it's Space Unicorn sitting in second place as he heads for the first corner. Cherry Tupai leads the way. The two Reynolds go 1 and 2 into the first corner as Ash Richardson takes second, and they all get through the first corner unscathed as they all now start to climb the hill towards the legendary Eau Rouge corner. It's a Renault 1-2 as they climb the hill. Cherry Tupai leads from Ash Richardson, checking in third with Space Unicorn 4th and Frisky CJ in 5th. Matt Mearcarr is 6th, Jacob 7th, and we've got a shunt down the back of the pack, but we have to stick with the action at the very, very front. And there's Cherry Tupai being swallowed up already. Alex said he should watch for Ash Richardson, and he's almost through already, but Cherry Tupai stays ahead. Chicken running wide there and losing all sorts of places as he comes together with Ash Richardson and drops down to what, 7th, 8th position in the order. Not at all what he wants to be doing, but out at the front it's Cherry Tupai doing exactly what he wanted to do at the start, and he leads away from his teammate. Alex, he's got to be delighted to see his teammate in his mirrors. Could he ask for a better buffer, or is he thinking his teammate's coming for him? What do you think at this early stage?
Well, I think he's probably a little nervous rather than glad to see his teammate in his mirrors. Possibly a bit of gamesmanship at turn 1. I think Ash Richardson could have gone for the inside line, possibly stuck behind his teammate for the slipstream down the long back straight. The problem was when he got there, he had nowhere to go, stuck on the outside into Lake Coombe. So yeah, Renault 1-2 at the moment, and Frisky CJ keeping with them.
Yeah, it's a great start from Frisky CJ. He's climbed up a real few good positions. He's up 3 places at the start. Fantastic jump then from Frisky CJ, and he climbs up into 3rd.
Shimasi's actually dropped the position off the line.
Yeah, he has. Let's go and have a look at Shimasi. Look at all the battling down the back of the pack, and who was that in the Ferrari? Cutting the corner and collecting a few cars. That was Jacob. He got his braking all wrong and skittled into a couple of cars there. I don't think there was any damage, amazingly, and he's now dropping down like the field like a stone, and now time goes round the outside of him. the Dutchman, and he makes it sticking up into 8th place. All sorts of action going on down in the midfield, and now can Jacob get himself into some sort of rhythm, because he's under some serious attack from the cars behind. Look at all climbing the hill, Pitman and OTG, the two Toro Rossos swarming all over the back of Arctic Devils as they go down the straight. Real midfield ding-dong battle going on here.
Shimasi picking up his first 3-second penalty of the day then, so it's only taken us to the start of lap 2.
Not good for Shimasi. Look at the battle going on through the Lecombe section and on the exit. Look at that, the Williams and the two Toro Rossos almost 3 wide going into the hairpin, and off goes Arctic Devils, and that will allow just about everyone that's left in the field to go through. Oh goodness me, the two Toro Rossos getting their elbows out and finding a way ahead of Arctic Devils. Whether it was legal or not, I'm not too sure. Meanwhile, back at the... Whoa, we're going to spin, who's that? One of the that's Matt Meerkat. Whoa, that was a silly rejoin. That was a silly place to rejoin from Matt Meerkat. And he gets a 5-second stop-go penalty for his troubles. And Amy Ma's front wing is off. Oh, no, that was always going to be a huge shunt. And he's left, he's had enough. Matt Meerkat out. And I think the stewards might have something to say about that one. It was just a little bit too hasty rejoining. Interestingly, Skeeven, I think, has been in the pits at some point. He has stopped and gone on to another set of super soft tyres, so he is 2-stopping this afternoon. Meanwhile, back at the front, it is Cherry Tupai leading them across the start-finish line from Ash Richardson in second and Frisky CJ third. Chicken, though, is right behind him. What about Chicken? Is he going to go up the inside of Ash Richardson? He's sure, sorry, of Frisky CJ. Yes, he is. They go side by side through the first corner. Whoa, Chicken lighting up the rear tyres. And Frisky CJ says, thank you very much. You're not coming past. I'll just hold on to this third position for now. But Chicken really lighting up the rear tyres there, wasn't he? We've got another
electric moment there. Quite as bad as Skeeven in qualifying, but definitely wasn't doing that too many times.
Meanwhile, down in 8th and 9th, we've got another battle. Meanwhile, hold on, I'm going to go back to CJ and Chicken. Chicken's back ahead of... Yeah, he's back ahead of CJ. I was about to go back down to 9th and 10th there. Just missed that on the camera. Alex, did you see that move?
Yeah, simple move down the inside into Lake.
Lovely stuff from Chicken. Lovely stuff. Making up for his little error in the first corner. But Cherry Tupai, Alex, what do you make of this? A second clear of his teammate, holding his own, doing a superb job at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, Ash Richardson possibly just biding his time. No real reason for him to. He's got 2.5 second gap to Chicken. No reason to get too involved with Cherry Tupai yet. It's a very long afternoon of 22 laps, and Skeeven's picked up a 3-second time penalty.
Yeah, Skeeven, not good for him. So did you say Shimasi picked one up earlier on, or was it?
Yeah, Shimasi's already picked one up. Okay,
so that's one for Skeeven and one for Shimasi in the early stages of this Grand Prix. It's only lap 3 out of 22. We've had so much action in the midfield. It feels as if it's been going on longer than that. All crammed into three laps. But Cherry Tupai does lead from Ash Richardson second. It's Chicken in third with CJ fourth, who's just dropped down behind him. Then it's Space Unicorn in fifth with Shimasi in sixth, right behind him. Let's have a look at Shimasi on board as he climbs onto the back of that Haas car. Well, Alex, I think it's fair to say his best overtaking opportunity is always at the end of Kemmel Straight, isn't it, into Lecombe?
Absolutely, yeah. The final chicane as well is another good chance. I'll just say that, what a crazy first few laps we've had. Quite scrappy from a lot of the guys. The two Renault drivers look like they've never been away.
Yeah, they sure do. Driving along in absolute harmony, full rhythm. Driving beautifully, Cherry Tupai at the front. I cannot believe how well he's doing here. This is a superb performance so far, as Shimasi now gets very racy behind Space Unicorn. So now he's gone through Lecombe. We're now, apart from the final corner, is there anywhere else in this middle sector, Alex, where you think a move is possible? What about down into here, this little hairpin?
It's risky down into Rivage, downhill of course, and then the camber drops away from on the exit, so if you miss the braking point, you're pretty much going straight to the scene of the accident. Just an interesting note, Ash Richardson is actually running around 2 laps of fuel more than his teammate Cherry Tupai, so that may be a reason for his slightly slower pace at the moment. He'll come back into it by being able to run in that higher engine mode for longer later on.
Yeah, interesting to see as I watch Shimasi overtake Space Unicorn. He's just done a beautiful move, and who was that going off the track? That was Space Unicorn going off the track. I think he lost it there on the exit of the Fania chicane, and he's damaged his front wing, the left end plate, severely suffering, and he might have to come in and make a pit stop. So Space Unicorn's race has been undone. I'm a bit confused here. Why is Space Unicorn, why is it saying, right, Alex, see the guy in 8th place, is it showing up as Space Unicorn for you?
Yes, it is at the moment.
Right, so it was Red Jams at the start of the race, wasn't it? Before the race started, so what the hell happened there? Strange. That's strange, because obviously on the grid it was Cherry 2 Pie and Red Jams, wasn't it? On the front row. And then it came up saying Space Unicorn was on the front row. So I don't know what happened there. Is that right, Alex? Did you see the same thing as me? At the start?
Yeah, I think so. I think I recall that, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Either way, it's just another thing to note as well, Shimasi, his day's gone from bad to worse. He's missing most of the right-hand side of his front wing. So not only a time penalty, of course, there was some damage out of that. And at the moment, it's pretty lonely run round in 5th place.
Yeah, it's not at all what Shimasi was hoping for. Obviously, we've been hoping to continue that fine run of form he's had before the winter break. The winter break really came at the wrong time for Shimasi. He was really on incredible form, and maybe the ILR League will be a bit concerned. He is representing them in ULC. Maybe he needs to up his game, because right now he's not performing here today. Damaged front wing, poor in qualifying, and now he's running a lonely race in 5th place. Can he get anywhere near the podium in the second stint when he puts on what I think will be soft tyres and a one-stop strategy? He's going to have to dig deep.
A bit of a reset though. He's had a terrible qualifying. He's picked up a penalty and front wing damage, but at the end of the day, he's still in 5th place. If he can pull a gap between now and the end of the race, 5th place with the advantage he's currently got in the championship would not be a bad result at all if this is going to be one of his worst days.
Yeah, I suppose that's a very good point, Alex, especially with Skeven struggling 11th. I know Skeven's not his direct championship rival, but he is the man that we have all been waiting to really come out of his shell in the second half of this championship and show what he's capable of. But again, here in Belgium, faltering badly down in 11th place. But you have to look at his other rivals. Pitmat really has started to slide away in this championship, hasn't he? And Ash Richardson, he is of course a contender. He is running second, but he's not going to be taking much points out of Shimasi here, is he? I mean, that's what, 8 points? Not really enough points, is it? If he wants to be serious.
He really needs those 7 extra for the win.
Yeah,
as we say that, I believe he's running a higher mix now, higher fuel mix, so trying to just reel in his teammate. It's just seeming to close up a bit between the top 4.
Yeah, it is. Very interesting. A good point, actually. Yeah, only 4 seconds covering the top 4 cars. Cherry 2 Pie, of course, still leading. What do you think? Cherry 2 Pie, he's not really been at the front of the races, leading them much this season. I've got to ask you this, Alex. This is a dilemma. If you were the team principal, surely you would ask Cherry 2 Pie to move aside for Ash Richardson here?
Yeah, at the moment, at this stage in the race, Cherry 2 Pie run wide through Puan, and that's put Richardson right onto the back wheel. I was just about to say, at the moment, it seems Cherry 2 Pie has the better pace, so you would not want to sit him in there behind Ash Richardson, of course, who's running less fuel, so his car will be lighter at this stage in the race. But I don't think they're going to need team orders. Ash Richardson, oh, what a risky move that was. But looks like it's done and dusted even before Blanchimont.
Wow, incredible. Through goes Ash Richardson, just as we were talking about it. It happens in Renault. Will they be happy? Will they be not happy? We'll find out. Will Cherry 2 Pie come and launch a move back at him? He doesn't care if he's in a championship fight. It certainly doesn't look like he cares, because he's having a look. And look at that. Ash Richardson gets first steps on the pits. And that was crucial, wasn't it? Because Cherry 2 Pie would have been going. Wow. Ash Richardson, that's why he took the risk, isn't it though, Alex? He realised he can get into the pits this lap, the optimum lap, to make a pit stop and get his teammate jumped in the pits. And it looks to me like Ash Richardson is taking full advantage there. Clever driving though from the Welshman, wasn't it?
Absolutely, yeah, and took advantage of the error from Cherry 2 Pie. He needs to be on the in-lap of his life now if he's going to have any chance of staying ahead of his teammate.
Well, it's going to be very, very difficult to stay ahead of him, especially with these wet old tyres. And of course that's why Ash wanted to come in. He wanted to get the fresh set. And now Skeven does have a little bit more pressure. Sorry, not Skeven. Shimasi does have a little bit more pressure on him now to get a good result, because Ash Richardson, you'd probably say, was the bookie's favourite after that early jump in the pit stops on Cherry 2 Pie. We'll find out in a few moments as Shimasi now picks up another 3-second time penalty. Not at all his afternoon, is it? Alex, this is really turning into a bit of a disaster. Okay, he's 10th now. He is still going for a top 5 place, you would think, but all these penalties really not helping him, especially with Ash Richardson moving into position to become favourite.
Yeah, I'm just trying to check if he changed the wing at the pit stop. Yes, he did. So he's back with the full aero performance of that very good McLaren chassis. So just needs to have a bit of a mental reset now and just get into a bit of damage limitation for the day. Run some points out, and it's been a scrappy start to the race. I think he'll probably still finish in the top 5 when everything plays out. So as we said, that wouldn't be too bad a result.
Oh, Cherry Tupai, he spun it, he's lost it. Cherry Tupai goes for a spin in the final corner, just as he was about to enter the pits. He's got a puncture, well spotted, Alex, and it's a disaster for Cherry Tupai. His tyre pops as he enters the pits, a big spin, and all of a sudden, Chicken is now ahead of him, and he might now be the main threat to Ash Richardson. What can the Sauber mechanics do in the pits here? Onto a set of the soft compound tyres goes Chicken. What a disaster for Cherry Tupai. He drops down the field just as his race was starting to fall apart. It falls apart completely, and now CG's ahead of Chicken as well. So
yeah,
Ash Richardson net leader.
With high speeds involved, a lot of load going through the tyres, and he's just pushed it too far. Comes out in 8th place.
And look at the battle he's come out in. Not helping him at all. And Shimasi's right behind him as well. It's Robin first, then Shimasi. Pit Matt directly ahead. Surely that Mercedes will have incredible straight line speed of Robin. But no, he's not gaining. Not gaining at all, but this is looking like shaping up to be a brilliant fight. Robin really struggling. Shimasi will want to clear him immediately. And he's going to go right round the outside of him. Goodness me, Shimasi. Whoa! Oh, almost the move of the season there.
Oh, and he's got front wing damage again.
He's off the road completely.
No.
Oh my goodness, he's out. He's out.
Shimasi's out. Your championship leader out of the Belgian Grand Prix.
Oh wow, it has been an incredible qualifying session, and now the race is turning into an absolute cracker as well. Unbelievably, the championship leader is out of the Grand Prix. Ash Richardson is the net leader of this race, and he is looking at taking a huge slice out of the championship lead that Shimasi has. He parks up before he reaches what's that, Puhon corner, and he's out of the Grand Prix. No points will be scored at the start of 2018 for him. OTG leads from Arctic Devils, these two going very, very long. We said these guys would get involved with the leaders later on in the race, and this is the moment they will get involved. Look at this, Arctic Devils going for the lead on OTG. And Ollie has to concede, and Arctic Devils goes through on those soft tyres to now take the lead of the Grand Prix. He will go long into this race and move on to a set of the ultra soft tyres. How long can he take them? We will soon see. He leads then from OTG second, but here comes Ash Richardson, who really can't afford to get tangled up with these two. Can he, Alex? He really can't afford it at all.
But he's got a 7-second advantage over CJ, so he's got a bit
5 second
margin to. Apologies, yeah. Sorry, I'm on the wrong screen there. Yeah, just under a 5-second gap to CJ, so he's got a bit of time to play with to just back away from these guys. He doesn't really need to get involved in overtaking. It's interesting to see if the cars that have stopped, a couple have gone for the super soft tyre, so
2 stops.
Stop again.
Yeah, good point there actually.
Going aggressive.
Yeah, Cherry Tupai, one of them actually, quite interesting to see.
Well wide.
But he will be kicking himself, Cherry Tupai. What a brilliant chance he had today to really start 2018 in style. And from that moment he lost it at Puhong. And so here we are back with the action. And it is in the lead, Ash Richardson gunning to take a huge slice out of Stevens' championship lead. Unbelievable. A huge advantage that Stephen had built up prior to the winter break is about to be wiped clean out by Ash Richardson, the Welshman, and cut it right down to what would be within a race victory. He leads from Chicken in second, who's putting in a fine performance. From Sisprinsky CG in third. Arctic Devils is fourth. I think he's yet to stop. Cherry Tupai fifth. Pitmat in sixth. Alex, can you read me? Do you read me? Oh my god, that type again. This is turning into a nightmare. Out in front, it is Ash Richardson then. He leads. Cherry Tupai's in a battle for 5th and 6th. Pit Matt right behind him.
Right, I believe we're back up and running now, are we?
Yeah, we are. Thank goodness. Thank goodness for that. Everything that's went wrong today could have has went wrong. Not just for us, but for Shimasi as well, and Skeevan as well. Everyone's having a nightmare. But yes, back to the action. It is Ash Richardson out in front. Chicken in second, 3 seconds behind him. CJ is third, and it's Arctic Devils fourth. And I think Arctic Devils is yet to make a pit stop. Let's have a little look. He has, indeed, he has not. Pit Matt 5th, Cherry 2 6th, Jacob 7th, OTG 8th, Space Unicorn down in 9th now, Skeevan in 10th, Robin is 11th, I Me Mammy is 12th, and Matt Meerkat is 13th. Alex, have I missed anything in that short period of time?
I was trying to keep up with everything just in case we were still alive. Now I hear that we possibly weren't, so apologies for the dropout there. Yeah, carried on commentating to myself, it seems. Did we miss anything? We saw OTG pit, on the set of the soft tyres go to the end. We saw Skeevan pit for a second time, put the set of softs on again. He will go to the end. Cherry 2 is actually set the fastest lap out there at the moment, so it's a pretty scruffy afternoon. He's had some pace. Other than that, we're pretty much back where we were, and yeah, as you said. Few people having a bit of a bad day, a bit of the after effects of the Christmas break, it seems. Hopefully we'll be up and running much more smoothly next time out.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be all good when we hit Monza. But at the moment, Ash Richardson is in prime position to really slice this championship lead down. He's got a 3-second lead to Chicken. Can Chicken respond to him in any way? Very difficult to see if he can. Chicken has done a quicker lap than him, 4/10 quicker than him in terms of fastest lap of the race so far. They are both off course on the soft compound tyre. It will be interesting to see if Chicken can get near him. We've got a battle here. This is Space Unicorn battling with Skeevan, and Skeevan is going past Space Unicorn and moving up into 9th place. So he's doubled his points tally from 1 to 2. 2 points for 9th, 1 point for 10th, and he moves up into 9th place. His next target will be OTG. And he's got 5 seconds to make up to get up to him in front. But here comes Space Unicorn and the retaliation. Look at that for squeezing. Oh, that is brilliant racing between the two of them. They bang wheels. Skeevan will miss the corner. And oh,
Makes a penalty for that.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does get a 3-second penalty.
Skeevan and OTG pitted, I believe, just 1 lap apart, so nothing between them in terms of tyre wear. So Skeevan will have to have it all to do, and he's got even more to do now for that penalty.
Yep, absolutely.
Space Unicorn picks up his own penalty.
Yeah, running wide out of.
Arctic Devils hasn't pitted yet. He's doing a great job of keeping any sort of pace on those tyres, but you do wonder why he's not coming for a set of the ultra soft yet.
Oh, he's got to
be doing that.
Yeah, you think so, and they will drop down to around 10th position, and then he can try and start his fight back up. I mean, let's see what he can do. Can he get past Space Unicorn, Skeevan, OTG? There's a lot of cars. Around well, 8th, 9th and 10th are separated by around 6-7 seconds. He'll be hoping to peg those 3 guys back towards the end of the race. He's going to have around 6 laps to do it on a fresh set of ultras. He's coming in now then. Arctic Devils into the pits. Cherry 2 following him in, interestingly, for his second stop. You were right, some drivers did try the second stop.
Yeah, and yeah, Arctic Devils got about a lap spare of fuel as well, so he can hit the overtake button and start making his way through. He's got the super soft on my screen, is that correct?
Ultras now.
Apologies, no, soft, yeah.
Chopping and changing, it's the game just trying to confuse us, but he is now out on the ultra soft tyre. Arctic Devils, no, he's on the super soft, but Cherry 2 is on ultra soft, is that right? Yeah, that's right.
That's correct, yeah.
There, we got it now.
So yeah, it's a bit of a strange one for Arctic Devil going to the super soft. We thought if he was going to do that, he'd probably have pitted a couple of laps early and not been off the pain of those very warm soft tyres. But we'll see how that plays out between himself and Cherry 2 there's a what is it?
Space Unicorn.
7 7 or 8 seconds between the two of them, including Space Unicorn in the middle there on the set of soft tires.
Yeah, but Space Unicorn's damaged. Space Unicorn, no front wing.
Yeah, missing the front wing on the Haas.
I think he's dropped it down at turn 1. I think he dropped it at turn 1, Space Unicorn, I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, serious damage on that car.
Game's been off as well at Puon, just like Cherry 2 earlier in the race.
Yep, but he's kept it going, no damage, so Skeven hopefully can now push on and chase after Arctic Devils, who is of course Arctic Devils on fresher tyres, but we know Skeven's pace, we know what he's capable of. Can he hunt him down, get up to Arctic Devils?
Those ultras as well, though.
Yeah, of course, he'll have to watch behind as well.
Cherry 2 of course was your pole sitter, so 1 lap pace is definitely something he's not short of around here.
Yep, of course, Cherry 2 Pie. Remember, folks, the pole sitter yesterday afternoon in qualifying shocked the Formula 1 paddock with that fantastic pole lap, but it's all fell away this afternoon for him. He was running in the lead when he went wide at Pujon, gave his teammate an opportunity to come past, and that's exactly what he did. At the end of that lap, he pitted, left Cherry 2 Pie struggling out there on a set of ultra soft tyres, which of course then popped at the end of the lap, sent him for a spin and sent him tumbling down the order as the mechanics fumbled to replace the stricken right rear tyre. So Cherry 2 Pie down in 9th, that's how his races ended up. Then he had a second stop, he chose to do a 2-stop, which it would appear doesn't look to be the right decision. The 1-stop has certainly seemed popular amongst the field, and that's why it's happened and how he has had such a demise in this race and dropped down the order. But yeah, 5 to go. Ash Richardson looking at really slicing this gap down to I think 12 points. I think it was 37 going into this. I'm going to have a quick look at that, and yeah, it was 37, so he will cut this gap down to just 12 points to Shimasi, and that will really open up the championship battle again.
With the right rear wheel come completely off the car on my screen anyway. That's at this point then to a pretty scrappy weekend for him.
Yep, Skeven out of the Grand Prix. That's up at Lacombe, isn't it? Lacombe, top of the hill. How's he done that?
I believe it's just on the way down to Puon.
Oh, is it? Oh, so it is, yeah.
Left-hander, so
it is. Yeah, he's obviously just went too deep into the wall, hasn't he? Used too much space on the side. Yeah, you can see because of the damage on that right end plate there. He's done exactly that. He's just understeered wide or oversteered, caught the rear end in, and then put the front in after it. A disastrous weekend for some of the fastest drivers in this league. It's Skeven out and Shimasi out as well. Wow, these guys have just been too busy with the Christmas turkey, too much alcohol, do you think, Alex, over the Christmas period? What's been going on?
You'd hope not too much, but yeah, struggling to find any real action now. It's all fizzled out a bit. There's not really any gaps, less than 3 seconds out there. Cherry 2 Pie, I believe, is just at the fastest lap of the race, of a 1:45.5. About two seconds off the qualifying pace, so not too bad at this stage of the race, with a few laps of fuel still on board.
Yep, whether if Cherry 2 Pie can get up towards Arctic Devils at 6 seconds, it's a tall order, but he is on, of course, those ultra soft tyres. Arctic Devils himself is on fresh super softs. Will he get onto the back of OTG? That's another question that has to be asked. And OTG starting to struggle a little bit, so that looks like the battle to watch at the moment. Around, what's that, around, how many seconds are we talking here? OTG and Arctic Devils separated by 1.5 seconds.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's the battle to watch, because Arctic Devils has got about 0.7 of a lap worth of fuel left over what's necessary. Cherry 2 Pie is actually in fuel saving mode at the moment, so even with those ultra soft tyres, he's not seeming to close the gap enough. Definitely not with we're on just 3 laps left, 4 laps left. So.
Yep, Cherry 2 Pie already down to 1.1. Sorry, Arctic Devils already 1.1 seconds behind OTG. That's just coming down corner by corner, metre by metre, and you got to feel he might have a chance at the DRS as early as now as they come round the final corner onto yet another lap. Lap 19 out of 22 for these guys. Ash Richardson leading out front, and you have to say he's done a solid job since overtaking his teammate, hasn't he? He's kept checking at arm's length, hasn't he, Alex? Done a great job.
Yeah, you don't want to let him get anywhere near that DRS zone, not with the long camel straight, of course. But yeah, he's been cruising mode ever since that first stop really. Overtook Arctic Devils. It was a bit of a sort of leery moment as he went through. I'm not sure if that got caught by the stream or not. Danny Coon, Ash Richardson went through inside. Arctic Devils defended, there was contact, they both got away without damage. That was about as eventful as Ash Richardson's race has been since his single stuff.
Oh, this battle's really getting intense now. Look at this, Arctic Devils climbing all over the back of Ollie now. And you gotta feel it's just a matter of time before he finds a way through. He actually had a look into the Vaj, and Ollie was wise to it as they now go through Pouhon, where of course the dirty air will really affect Arctic Devils, and you can see it there, he slides massively and nearly ends up having an aeroplane crash going through there as he now into the Fania chicane. High speed, you really need to have grip, which is exactly what Arctic Devils should have on those super softs. And again, having seen them through Pouhon, I'm not too sure. As they go through Stavelot now and down the long back straight towards Blanchimont. The Williams with the Mercedes power unit should have the advantage on the Toro Rosso. So all things point to an Arctic Devils overtake then as we get ready to start lap 20 out of 22 for these guys. Is there any way through into the pit stop too far back? And it's going to be all about how he sets this up, you feel, Alex, for a run into Lacombe, isn't it?
Yeah, he's got the DRS now down the start-finish straight. He wants to use that to get himself in position more than go for the overtake and get himself nicely lined up with a good exit out of La Source, hold it through Eau Rouge and nail in with the DRS down to Lacombe. How are we going to see that play out now?
I'm not sure. Will Ollie get DRS from that ghost car that he's just lapped of Matt Meerkat? We're about to find out as they climb the hill then. Here we go.
Doesn't have it.
He doesn't have it, as you say, and here we go. Here will Arctic Devils find a way through. Look at that, incredible straight line speed for Ollie, and it looks like it's going to be a lot tougher than it looks for Arctic Devils to find a way past. Can he do it in the middle sector? He's lining him up, he's stuck right up behind him, he's nearly pushing him through man with it. Here we go, into the Vaj. Is he going to send a missile up the inside? He is! Oh, he shuts the door, they bang wheels through the Vaj, side by side. This is incredible stuff. And will he muscle his way past? Oh, he fends him off. What a duel for 6th and 7th this is. Wow. Great racing, wasn't it? Ollie did well to see him coming and left him just about enough room in Ravage, Alex. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, fantastic driving from the pair of them. Just as we were starting to think we'd finish with a bit of a damp squib, this has definitely livened up the last few laps of this race. Whatever OTG can keep Arctic Devils behind him, we're going to have a cracking final few laps.
Oh, what about this time then? Having through Stavelot, OTG a little bit wide, taking a little bit too much curb. Will that finally give Arctic Devils the slingshot he needs? But again, the straight line speed and on OTG, goodness me, I took my time to get that out. Looks pretty good, and Arctic Devils again is left frustrated. He's having another look up the inside. That's very late. Oh! And again, OTG sees him coming, and is he finally through? Yes, he is. OTG's running out of tyres, he's running out of grip. Here comes Cherry Tupai now. All of a sudden, the races came to life. He's going to go right round the outside of OTG. OTG covers him off and brilliantly defends and basically hangs him out to dry on the exit. And surely it's a matter of time before Cherry Tupai comes past. He needs to get this move done now if he wants to get after Arctic Devils as well and recover from what was a horrendous start, a horrendous middle part of the race, and try and get some solid points after there was so much early promise. Here he goes then, he moves to the inside, OTG pushes him to the absolute limit of what's acceptable, but it's too little, it's too late. Cherry Tupai breaks late, outbreaks himself and runs wide, and that might lead to a penalty. It doesn't.
Oh, contact as well.
Oh, but it leads to a scalp on the side from OTG. Whew. Breathtaking stuff at the end of this Grand Prix, Alex, brilliant.
Absolutely, that's how OTG gets his sideways through the right-hander, and we're going to have to start calling Arctic Devils the Honey Badger. Something very Daniel Ricciardo about that move into the bus stop chicane, so late on the brakes, so late pulling out from the slipstream, absolutely maximising that top speed, and yeah, great move, but again, it's Cherry Tupai at the centre of the action as he tries to find a way through on OTG, who's on the much slower soft tyre, of course.
You know what?
Pretty equal fuel, so they've got similar tools to work on that front.
Cherry Tupai though does look like he has a lot more straight line speed though than Arctic Devils had, so it should be easier, you would think, especially with OTG's tyres struggling further and further into this race. It looks like on the exit of slow speed corners he really is struggling for any sort of traction, and Cherry Tupai might be wise to that. Oh, he's nuffed the back of him and he's damaged the front wing, and there's the what I was talking about, OTG sliding everywhere in slow speed corners, but somehow he keeps his car in front. But surely Lassource will be the final moment he stays in front. Switching to the inside with Cherry Tupai. This is absolutely fantastic racing, side by side into Lassource, and surely Cherry Tupai finally has the high ground. Look how much he's squeezing him towards the wall. Oh, this is unbelievable. They're going side by side into a Rouge, and OTG brilliantly defends again. This is unbelievable. No surrender from Ollie. This is unbelievable. Can Cherry Tupai finally find a way past on the way down the straight? He's running out of fuel though, Alex. He's running out of fuel. Wow.
Yeah, definitely. Both of these cars pushing it to the limit on fuel. I'll tell you what, I was ready to turn away there, side by side, down the hill from Lassource and through Eau Rouge as well. And yeah, almost like the two Force Indies pushing each other into the wall.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Each other a few nerves twitching there.
Well, we need to go to Ash Richardson, I'm afraid. I don't like having to cut away from a battle, but he's done everything right. When Stevens went wrong, when Shimasi's went wrong, Ash Richardson has delivered. He kicks 2018 off in style after the fantastic drive, checking a brilliant second, 18 points, and Frisky CJ waves his way home in third with Pit Matt fourth and Jacob fifth. But we need to go to OTGs versus Cherry Pie, and it looks like it's defeat for Cherry Pie. What defending from OTG at the end of this race. Desperate at times, but brilliant, it has to be said. He is going to somehow claim that 7th. Arctic Devils is going to come home 6th in front of him. What an incredible duel at the end. We'll talk about the driver of the day in a few moments, but Alex, how good was that battle to finish the race? What defending from Ollie.
Yeah, great stuff. And but I think he may have lost it to
penalties. Oh my.
Yeah. That whole debate to come, but yeah, what a return from Ash Richardson. Absent, of course, in Hungary last time out, coming back from the winter break in the best way possible. Of course, resets the result between himself and Shimasi from last time out. Shimasi taking the win with Ash Richardson picking up, well, not starting, and it's been the opposite way around today. So it's back to square one in the championship. Yeah,
absolutely, and it's very good for the neutral, isn't it, Alex? We thought Shimasi was going to kick on and run away with it, but as always in Formula 1 and in SRL, there's so many twists, so many turns in a championship battle, and what a start to the year for 2018 for Ash Richardson, the Welshman, picking up 25 points, and as you say, Alex, cutting the lead back down to 12, as it was before the Hungarian Grand Prix. But there are your drivers on the podium. Ash Richardson, a fantastic drive. Picked off his teammate early on at Pujon and never looked back. Came into the pits and had the perfect second stint on the softs. Kept checking at arm's length, who did a great job to come home second for Sauber. And Frisky CJ, a solid third for Mercedes. Well, we'll talk about the driver of the day in a few moments. But there you go, there's your top three. Alex, brilliant, absolutely brilliant, wasn't it, from Ash Richardson? But yeah, driver of the day, well, hold on, well, let's have a quick rundown of the order. Ash Richardson winning, even with 2 times penalties in the end. I don't know what happened there with the time penalties, because it would have taken them off and put them below Chicken. Oh, I don't know. Ash Richardson wins from Chicken in second. Frisky CJ is third. Pit Matt in fourth. Jacob, the Slovakian driver, finishes in 5th position. In 6th position, Arctic Devils. 7th, Cherry Tupai. What a day it could have been for him. It's all gone pear-shaped for him. OTG 8th. Brilliant defensive driving, but I think his penalties ended up putting him behind at Cherry Tupai. Robin the Norwegian was 9th. His Scandinavian friend Aimi Ma got the final point in 10th. So Alex, driver of the day. Let's get into it. Let's have a look. The 3 drivers then that we think could be driver of the day today. What do you think? Got to be Ash Richardson for one, anyway.
Yeah, Ash Richardson, perfect, simple run to the flag. The second spot I'd like to give to Chicken, simply because he set a very fast lap time, faster than Ash Richardson. He was in the 47s on the standard strategy. We saw 45s from people who came in late on for fresh ultra softs and super softs, but yeah, good pace from Chicken. And the final spot, I believe it was Arctic Devils, who made up 9 places today, so a shout there.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. Yep, absolutely. So there you go. That's the 3 drivers we would like to put forward to the poll for driver of the day. That's Arctic Devils, who, as you say, made up 9 places, and the 2 drivers finishing first and second. Ash Richardson cutting the lead, of course, down to just 12 points, and of course Chicken putting in a stunning performance in the Sauber in second. So first of all, we'd like to say Happy New Year to everyone. Merry Christmas. I hope you had a great Christmas and New Year. And yeah, Belgian Grand Prix, I'm afraid I do have to apologise for the few issues we had in that Grand Prix, but we hope to rectify them as we head to the Italian Grand Prix at Monza next. So it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from Alex. We'll see you at the Italian Grand Prix next Friday.